I just wanted to ramble a little bit about jobs these days and how it's causing you all these problems and all these depression, these anxieties, and also the toll that it takes on you. So basically, we all know like nobody wants to work, and especially these days in 2025, like nobody wants to work. Everybody wants to just, you know, neat max and all that stuff. Especially, it's so popular in this community. Like everybody just loves to neat max and get government assistant and all that stuff. Which I'm not saying something is wrong with that, but I've heard like a lot of people in this community telling me like, "Oh, just go neat max, bro. Just get leech off the government, get food stamp, get EBT, um, get unemployment and all that stuff." I'm like, but here's the thing. Do you think like all those stuff is gonna pay my rent? My rent is way too much, or it's way higher than if I need max and I can just live comfortably, bro. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like a lot of people telling me like, "Oh, you just want to be a slave, son. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's your fault then." I'm like, I don't want to be a slave, but I don't want to be a homeless either. You know, it's like I got stuck in the middle, bro. And yeah, I work for a tech company and all that stuff, but the problem is that the pay is not it's not really a lot. It's not a lot that I can just support myself, support my family, and have a good comfortable life overall. I'm not saying the pay is bad, but at the same time it's like this inflation is terrible, so I can't really keep up with the rent, with the I mean, not keep up, but I can't really um after paying my rent, paying all my bills, paying all my debt, I don't have really much money left over. And with need maxing money, I can't really do anything. Like literally, with need maxing, I can maybe pay my bills, and that's pretty much it. Because the government is pretty smart. Government is not gonna pay me like $4,000 a month or $5,000 a month so I can pay my bills and pay my rent and just live a basic life. You know what I'm saying? Because like these days, you need at least I think in my opinion, these days if you just need to make about, I would say, 10 grand a month to live comfortably. But what type of job is gonna pay you that money? And you know $5,000 a month these days is just like it's just your rent and your bills. So basically, $5,000 a month is just have a roof over your head and have like your electric bill pay, have your like insurance, have your um cell phone bill and all that pay, and that's it. Especially where I live at. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I'm not gonna go over the need maxing because it's crazy, man. Like a lot of people don't get it, but these jobs is just well, first of all, it's so hard to get a job these days anyway. Like you want to get a basic job like retail or restaurant or a janitor, but I don't think anybody wants to work at janitor, but you want to just do like a basic job. But guess what? They want minimum of like 3 years of experience. I mean, why do you need like 3 years of experience to just fold some clothes or flip some burger? Like why? Like since when? Well, guess what? Since the inflation and all these immigrants and all that stuff, and the way this world is going, because there's too many competitions. Because sometimes, it's kind of crazy. Sometimes you even need a career to do a basic job. Like it's crazy. You have to have a college degree to have a basic job. Like, it's insane, and it's because, like, I'm thinking, like, it's because of too many people, like too much competition. Everybody's like fighting against each other to get one job, just like men fighting against each other to get one girl. And it's just like it really puts a really hurdle on someone that is really actually looking for a job, and not just looking for just go to job and do the bare minimum or whatever, not caring about the job and all that stuff. Because jobs these days, they want to pay minimum, but they want you to do your maximum, maximum effort. So they want to pay like minimum wage, and they want you to do your maximum effort. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, I've been working since 2010, like in US. And I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy. Like, every job that you go to, it's a pain in the behind. And you're gonna 100%, run into those people that you don't like, and they don't like you. But that's after you filling up the endless amount of job applications, filling like hours and hours and hours, spending on job hunting on the websites, and you know just cry your eyes out on the screen just to get a job. And these days, like, the jobs, the resumes, your resume has to be on point and all that stuff. And these days, like, they don't even read your resume. It's all AI, like AI. What do you call it? Like AI elimination, something like that. So basically, AI is reading your resume or your application, and if it feels like you're not qualified enough, then they're either gonna ignore you completely, or they're gonna call you and tell you, like, sorry, we just hired like better applicants and all that bull crap. But the truth of the matter is that when you want to find a job, it's not about like you like filling up so many applications, because there's no guarantee. I mean, maybe you can get one job that you don't like, but it's just like, it's no guarantee, bro. Like, it's your hours of like spending on the job, it can be in vain because of like multiple reasons. Like, let's say, even if you got the job, even if your application is accepted, now you got to go to interview, and these interviews are like, especially as a man, bro, like, these interviews are so draining, and it's just so repetitive. Like, you have to be at your best behavior, you have to dress super nice, you have to smell super good, you have to like you have to carry yourself with confidence, and carry yourself like you know everything and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, is if the employee doesn't like you, then all your like effort just goes down to drain. Because, like, even these job interviews are, it's about looks, because, like, if you don't look good, or if the employee doesn't like you, you're not gonna get the job. And since so many people are just applying for one job, these jobs are like, they're becoming picky. Like, they want to pay you less, but they're gonna tell you, like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and on top of that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do that. And I'm like, God damn, I just like hired for one position, and now I have to do like 3 or 4 positions at the same time, bro. Because that's what all the jobs that I've been working, they were telling me, like, these jobs are like, they're actually they're lying to you, bro. Like, they're telling you, like, oh, you're just gonna be a cashier, right? and you fill up an application for a cashier position, like let's say at the restaurant, and then guess what? And then when you get the job, let's say you got lucky and get a job, now they're gonna tell you like, hey, if there's no customers, can you sweep the floor? And they're gonna tell you like, oh, can you clean the walls? Can you organize these trays? Can you like go clean the tables and all that stuff? I mean, it's so frustrating because like now you be like, I just got hired for this position. My pay is to just be the cashier, but now I have to do all these other jobs for the same pay. And no wonder why people are like getting mad. But these corporations, they don't care. These corporations be like, oh, we're gonna find somebody eventually that would do it. Like, if you don't like it, guess what? The man next door wants it. The other guy wants it. Or the other girl wants it. It's brutal. So they have so much expectations out of you, and they pay you little as they can. And then if you want to ask for a raise, like what is the raise that they give these days? Like I don't even know. Like what is it, like 50 cents a year or something like that? But I mean to be honest, like 50 cents a year for like, sorry, it's 50 cents an hour, like for the whole year that you work for, like they just raised like 50 cents an hour. That's just not gonna really raise your paycheck like that, because like the more money that you make, the more taxes they're gonna deduct. So let's say like if they raise 50 cents, they're actually paying you like 25 cents more or 35 cents more, and it's just like, it's so bad, bro. It's so bad. Like, and the tax is like crazy. Like the taxes are like crazy, bro. Like if you live in California and if you're single with no children, good luck with that. They're gonna deduct more than 50% of your paycheck. And at the end of the day, you bust your behind and you haven't seen your paycheck, and they just like, you get robbed out of it right away before you get a paycheck. And a lot of people don't understand why people don't want to work. Like, of course I don't want to work for somebody like for a crappy pay, and on top of that I get even crappier pay. Like, let's say like you get like $20 an hour or $22 an hour, right? It's not really $22 an hour. It's more like $19 or $20 an hour, because like you have to see like how much taxes they deduct out of your paycheck, and that money most likely you're never gonna see it, like. And then like they have a new way of deducting even more taxes, which is I guess like it's a retirement stuff like that, which you're probably not gonna see that money anyway. But it's just like government finds ways to rob you even more out of your money, that you actually work for. But let's say like you pass all that, and now you have to start working, right? Now you have to be around coworkers, like all kinds of different people. I mean, I live in US, so I don't know if you guys like live, like, I know most of you like already know this, but you're around so many different people. You're around women, you're around men, you're around older people, younger people. You're around like freaking liberals. You're around like hardcore politicians. You're around Christians. You're around religious people. You're around like what else? You're around like different races of people. So it's creating like so much bad stuff, like when you're around like so many people like that, when you're around like different kinds of people, it's just like it makes it even more harder to deal with, because like a lot of times you're not gonna get along with most of your coworkers, and because of that, because of your mindset. And if you're a black pillar, if you're a loner, if you're a TFLer around these people, you're gonna have way much harder time, like, communicating and probably like getting a pension or elevating your, you know, elevating your skills and all that stuff, go to a higher position. Because a lot of times when you're around that many people, you know, they're gonna start having beef with you. They're gonna start having problems with you. Sometimes for no reason, Sometimes because they don't like the way you look. Sometimes because you're the shortest one over there, which you're gonna get bullied. Sometimes they're gonna try you. They're gonna test you and all that stuff, which it happened to me most of the times. Like most of the jobs that I had, almost all the jobs that I had, I've been getting tested. I've been getting like your coworkers want to get on your face, like which I had on my previous job. There's this jock, this jockhead, like he got into my face trying to fight me and all that stuff because like I told him I don't want to do that stuff, and this fool was younger than me too, but just because he was bigger, he was like, I don't know, 6'3" or something, and I'm 5'7", so he was like, if this guy doesn't do what I said, I'm gonna beat his ass and all that stuff. So it's just like the job environment is so toxic, bro. Like it's like you don't want to be there, but you're forced to be there because of your circumstances, because like you need money to live. Because like you have to have basic things to live, like you have to have a roof over your head, you have to have food, you have to have a shelter, you have to have a moving vehicle, which are the basic things, you need to have. But all those things cost money, especially the rent, and it's brutal, bro. It's brutal. Like it's all you're surrounded with all these people that don't like you and you don't like them, and they don't want to breathe around you. You don't want to breathe around them for like long periods of time. I mean, sometimes like some coworkers, they work with each other for like, I don't know, 12, 13 hours a day. I'm like, geez, man. Like it's same thing with me, same thing with me. I work like 11 hours a day. I'm around all these coworkers that I don't like. Some of them I don't get along with. And I try my best not to get into an altercation with them because I have so much to lose. And I try my best to keep my cool, even though my job is very stressful. My job is stressful because of people. It's not because of the task, but it's because of people. People putting pressure on me because I'm kind of doing the management position, but at the same time, I'm not like a general manager, but it's a lot of weight on me, and it's just like sometimes it's becoming unbearable. Sometimes it's becoming overwhelming and I cannot take it. Sometimes I start having like headaches, for my job, and sometimes I start getting annoyed of people around me. I'm like, what can I do to not see these people ever again, and sometimes you just want to give up and quit, like me, sometimes I really want to quit my job, but I'm thinking like, if I quit my job, there's nobody out here to give me $1. So, I can just do nothing with it. But, it's just like one of those things. If you don't have support, if you don't have like if you don't have a family that you get along with, if you don't have like supporting friends and all that stuff, well, guess what? You're gonna get stuck with these jobs, and it's not good for your mental health. A lot of times, these jobs are so soul draining. They so like it's so hostile. Like a lot of times, these jobs, the environment is pretty hostile because people don't want to be there, you don't want to be there, but you're forced to be there, they forced to be there for a paycheck. And it's just like makes everything so much difficult and complicated. And you know, a lot of times these people are very moody. A lot of times they just like, they get into a fight with their girlfriends, they get into a fight with their friends or whatever, and they bring that negative energy on you. Sometimes their girlfriends are cheating on them, or their boyfriends are like beating on them, and they bring that negative energy around you. And who wants to be around that kind of energy, bro? And a lot of times people say like, oh, you got to be positive, bro. How can you be positive? Your whole environment is negative, you know? Your whole environment, like, people treat you like garbage. How can you be positive? Like, people treat you the way they want to treat you, or the how they feel about you, you know? And good luck if you're a single guy. If you're a guy like me who doesn't have a girlfriend, good luck with that. Because every time you get a job, most likely you're gonna be the only one, or one of very few ones that is gonna be single, you know? Like at my job, when I started, there were like 3 or 4 other coworkers that were single, but all of them were like, had their mingles, you know? All of them, like, they had rotation, you know, but they didn't have girlfriend. They had rotations, you know? They were like pumping and dumping different girls, you know? Now, like, it's only me and one other coworker that is single. And that other coworker is gonna get into a relationship, you know? Because he's dating this girl, but it looks like everything is going good for him. So soon he's gonna be in a relationship, and I'm gonna be the only guy. I'm gonna be the only loser in my job that doesn't have a girlfriend. And if you don't have a girlfriend at the environment, like where there's like at least 20 people are not living but working, you're gonna be the oddball. You're gonna be the like alien over there. And believe me, everybody's gonna treat you like garbage. Like, nobody's gonna respect you. Everybody's gonna try you. Everybody's gonna try to make your life even more difficult than what it is. Everybody wants to punk you around. Everybody's gonna joke around you. Everybody's gonna talk crap behind your back. Everybody's gonna assume something about you, like, oh, this person is homo. Oh, this guy's like loser. This guy's not getting any. This guy's a virgin, which I made a video a while back. You know, I know most of you watched it. But if you haven't, there was this female coworker like back in 2023, I believe, or early 2024. She called me a virgin, bro, and in front of like all these other coworkers, and that didn't go well. And yeah, you should expect to get disrespected. You know, a lot of people are gonna disrespect you over there. Especially women, bro. Especially women. And it's just like, who wants to have that mental stress for like 10-12 hours a day, and being around people that you know, view you as a dog poop, you know? And it's just like, it's so mental torturing, you know? It's so mental torturing. I've been at my job for more than like 2 years. It's gonna be about 2 years and a half. So I've experienced nothing but hell, yeah, at my job, bro. Yeah, there are some times, you know, that we joke and all that stuff, but that joke around is like 1% of the time. And whenever they joke, they usually make fun of me, you know? They usually, like, it's towards me. They're telling me, like, oh, so let's play a game. Who never had a girlfriend? Boom, this guy. Like that, you know? So, it's just like one of those things, man. It's just one of those things, and it's so hard to deal with people these days, you know? Your coworkers are narcissists, they're selfish, they're greedy, they're just like, they want to throw their hard jobs and hard work on you so they can have the easy work and all that stuff. And God forbid if your manager or if your boss doesn't like you, bro. And that's gonna be the end of you at your job. They're gonna give you the most difficult task. They're gonna give you the most difficult, hardest task that is possible that nobody wants to deal with. And that could be something like lifting some back-breaking stuff, or you have to climb somewhere back and forth, or you gotta work under the weather, under the sun, under the rain, anything, or just the mental work or something. It's just like, it's one of those things. And if you really want to think about it, you're gonna tell yourself, like, what's the point? Like, that's why the Gen Z is like, oh, I'm not gonna deal with that. Even though Gen Z is kind of cocky, like, generation, they're very cocky and very arrogant, but at the same time, it's like they don't want to get punked around. So I understand that. They be like, they have too much proud, and they have too much like selfishness inside of them, that they be like, oh, I'm not gonna deal with this. And yeah, man, these jobs are not worth it. Like, I don't care, like, how much they pay you. I mean, unless, like, they pay you, like, I don't know, $45 an hour, which is rare. Unless they pay you that amount of money, bro, like, you shouldn't like put your all into their job, because, like, nobody. And here's another thing: nobody's appreciating your hard work. If you work really hard, if you work, like, really, really hard, like, nobody's really appreciating you, bro. Like, your hard work is getting in vain in a split second. And people say, like, oh, you gotta work hard and all that stuff. I'm like, hard work is not guaranteeing nothing. Hard work is gonna it's gonna guarantee it's gonna guarantee you, like, mental stress and physical, like, pain, but nothing else, man. Because, like, the harder you work, you have to work harder, like. And it's just like, it's one of those things that some people cannot take it. Like, some people like me, I don't have that mental capacity. Like, I'm 32 years old. I never had a girlfriend. I never had my needs met. And I'm not the most tallest guy. I'm pretty short. I'm pretty small. I'm like only 5'7" on a good day. And I don't have the best social skills, obviously. I'm an ethnic, and I'm not the most attractive guy out there. I'm not saying I'm ugly, but I'm not like a model looking, or I'm not the one of those, like, guys. I'm not a Chad or something, I'm not a Chad looking. So, it's very difficult for me. And also, I have depression, I have anxiety, I have stress, I have ADHD, I have OCD. So it's even makes it, like, 10 times harder to even do a basic task for me. But somehow I managed to do it in 2.5 years. This is the only stable job that I had for years. The other jobs that I had usually, like, phase out within few months, or some of them couple weeks. And I was always getting bullied at my jobs. Like, all the jobs that I had, I was always getting bullied. And everybody was always against me for whatever reason, because of the way I look and how tall I was, and because of my race. And it's just like, it's just one of those things that people always were judging me based on the things that was out of my control. And when something was happening, nobody was on my side, And it's just like, you know, when you're a TFLer, when you're a BP, like nobody's gonna be on your side. Like if something happens at your job, like um, let's say you break, like let's say somebody breaks something, you know, let's say somebody, like, if it depends, like let's say if you drop a plate and broke it, or let's say if you move a car at your job and you hit a wall or hit another car and you damaged it, and that's not gonna end well, bro. Like, they're gonna blame you, people are gonna blame you, and it's just like, it's not good, man. It's not good. Like, I've been in so many situations where I was getting blamed for something that I haven't done, and it was devastating, bro. It was so devastating. Like, and also the funny thing is that I couldn't never prove them, like, that I didn't do it. You know, like, my other coworker was doing something and he blamed me, and everybody else was blaming me for it, you know? And nobody was believing me. Everybody was blaming the other person that did the damage, you know? And it's just like so annoying, bro. It's so annoying, and so like, it's like you paying the price for something that you haven't done. And we're forced to work at these low-end jobs with crappy jobs, and getting tortured by it, getting tortured every single day. And these people, like, they don't understand shit. Like, these people, these normies, they have different lifestyle. Like, they do their job, they go home, and they bang their girlfriend. And, you know, I do my job with all the stress. I go home, I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted, I don't have energy to do anything else. You know, obviously I don't have a girlfriend or anything, but that's another thing. Like, if you're working at these low-end jobs and minimum wage jobs, good luck finding a girlfriend, bro. And if you're an average guy, good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that. But anyways, I'm just gonna get out of here. This video became kind of long, but let me know if you guys enjoy like longer videos, because I'm planning to do more longer videos. So stay tuned, man.